What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pearl Media. In today's episode, we'll be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Let's get into
Hello.
it.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. How old are you?
27.
Cool. Let me know when you're getting ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, let me just pop up the phone.
All right.
All right.
So you're 27. You said you have a lot of opinions?
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes I watch and I just have very different opinions from what's being said here. So I feel like I could give a different opinion, maybe.
Well, what is your opinion based in?
My own experiences, maybe different upbringing. I'm Canadian, so I think a lot of the people that you've had on are also American, so it could be a little bit different out here.
What are some of the opinions that are different?
The way women have perceived dating from what I've seen in your lives, or the expectations that they have.
Go ahead. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you have to pick a subject more specific.
Now, you pick. Do you have a disagreement?
Off the top of my head, there were a few, but like for example, like right now you're talking about renting a husband.
Rent-a-gent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm talking about a business that actually exists.
Yeah, I've heard about it, and I mean a version of it, but your thought process is that women over the age of 36 would have to rent a husband or die alone because they're not available to men anymore because they're in the 36 to 60 bracket.
Is that what I said?
Well, I just don't understand. Like, I'm asking for clarification.
If you can't find, the question was very simple. See, let's do this. I asked a very simple question. Ladies, if you can't find a husband, are you prepared to hire a husband or buy one?
Right.
So if you can't find one, then what?
Well, so let's say, why can't you find a husband? What if
you can't. It doesn't matter. See, that's the point. See, I've already addressed that. See, you ladies always want to go back and ask questions that are irrelevant. You can't find one. Go forward from there. Then what?
Find other ways to make yourself happy. Find other love in your life. Find something else to focus on.
Platonic marriage, like they had on the cover of New York Times.
Why does it have to be platonic?
Okay, excuse me. You know what platonic marriage is?
Yeah.
What is it? Women marrying women?
It's like a friend, someone you don't have sexual relations with.
Women marrying women is what they're talking about. What is it? Compound living. Ma'am, this is on the cover. This is an article in New York Times 2 weeks ago.
No, I believe you.
So are you saying that women just live solo by themselves for the rest of their lives?
I mean, there's been a lot of successful, happy.
Most women don't. Most women don't. The women who come to this channel want relationships.
And I totally agree with you. That's why.
If they can't find a husband and they want a companion,
yeah, what's
the alternative? To get a man. No, they can't find a husband. That means the kind and caliber. I don't think you get it.
No, I get what you're saying. So
you can't find a husband. That means you can't find another man.
Okay, can't find a husband. Could be for several reasons, right? Maybe you have.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I understand.
Doesn't matter. No man.
Oh, no man. No man, but no man. What? Not even you can't find someone to hook up with you. It's pretty easy nothing, zero. Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess marry your friends if that's the case. If you're.
Does that mean that's still? Are you talking about a man? Is your friend is a female?
Well, I mean, if you're saying platonic relationship would have meant that.
You're not the question. See, this is part of the problem. Women have been made to think that men are an inexhaustible fuel source, and that's not true.
Okay.
Look at women over 55. Halle Berry complaining she can't find a man. The most beautiful woman 3 times in a row. And I'm talking to a woman right now who cannot even conceive of a world to where there are no men options that a woman can get. No friends, no hookup, no nothing. If you can't find a husband or a man, the only way to get a man would be through this rent-a-jet bias situation. Would you do it? See, men can answer that question and say, yeah, because that's what we've always had to do. But women think men are free.
That's a good point, and I don't disagree with the logic there. I do think that probably that's how people are thinking. I just think that renting somebody as a companion is just something that maybe is not the norm, and which is why it's something that...
Sure it is.
Okay, maybe not in my world.
It's called prostitution.
Okay, but that's not platonic.
Excuse me, ma'am. Prostitution is otherwise known as the world's oldest what?
Yeah, but that's not platonic.
No,
and that's
answer
not
the
a
question.
companion.
No. It's otherwise known as the world's oldest what?
I have no idea.
Profession.
Okay.
The first original business, meaning listen, this has been the oldest exchange. I give you food, you give me sex.
Yeah.
It's always been that way. So listen,
on,
because no, okay. Because you say it's unusual. It's unusual for women to have to buy penis is what's unusual.
Okay. So the only thing that's different from what you just said, because I think that there was some misunderstanding there. You said if you were renting your husband, you would be renting him platonically, not for sex.
No, you don't get sex automatically because, and I'll tell you why.
Not the same thing
well, that doesn't mean okay, ma'am. You want to seem to split hairs instead of talk about the general damn subject. Can we talk about the middle part? Don't give me the tangential point. You have not talked about the subject yet. Well, women, because see, if I said, hey guys, if you can't find a woman, you can't find a wife, would you be willing to rent a woman? And guys are like, yeah, it's called prostitution. The thing about the hugging services where women are being paid to go over and provide the girlfriend experience, you know these things exist. They exist in Canada. But see, what you can't conceive of is the opposite, where women have to do it. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Because like it or not, how old are you?
27.
27. 10 years from now, if you're still unmarried, no children, and no prospects, then what?
I don't think that would be something I personally would consider. That's just me as a person. I think that I'd find other ways to make myself happy, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
The other way is buy a dog, die alone.
Okay.
Or see, what we're getting to is the fundamental disconnect in relationships. Modern women have so broken the relationship contract, the social contract between men. Now you're actually having to do what men are doing to get women. See, what women used to do to get a man was just have a low body count and no kids. Right. And if you give me exclusive access to your body and your womb, I'll give you my exclusive access to my resources and my non-sexual attention. But now women can make choices. Well, if you can't get somebody to marry that and you want somebody to grow old with and you can't find them, you got to rent them.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So let's say this hypothetical 36-year-old woman who can't find a man.
No, she's 40, so we're going to put her in her 40s.
Oh, we're putting her in her 40s.
Because 36, they still feel young. That's why I said 36 45. To 60. Yeah.
Let's make her 45.
Yeah.
No kids, she's single, never been married, whatever you want, whatever background situation, and she can't find a man that she is ready, willing, and able to settle down with. If she let's say, wasn't comfortable renting a man, why is it in your opinion that she can't, let's say, work on whatever it is that's making her unattractive to men?
Because she's out of time.
So 45.
At 45, the answer is she's running out of time. If she
running out of time biologically.
Listen.
Wait, I didn't finish my question, because she's running out of time biologically to have children, right?
No, that's over.
Yeah, so maybe that's not her thing. Maybe she just wants a man like as a partner. But why are there no single 45 to 60-year-old men that she can ballpark with, like go into that ballpark with? Why does she have to date someone who's not looking for someone her age?
You want the answer?
Yeah.
Because what this question belies is a women that you ladies don't understand men. If she's 45 and all these things, attractive or whatever, and if she hasn't been able to find a man at the peak of her hotness, she hasn't figured out what's wrong with her at 45. If she's just now starting to figure it out, it's likely too late to correct it.
Okay, that's a fair point.
Right? And there is not a lot of time for women to fix what's wrong and still find men on a suitable level. See, at least this scenario, you can actually rent a guy on the level you want to and pretend. See, men have always had to do that. And so you ladies in Korea, Japan, Canada, Australia, the UK, birthrights are falling.
Right.
Dating in Canada, y'all are fooked.
Why?
It's a liberal feminist paradise, and men are just tired of it.
Okay.
I mean, at 36 or 37 years old, 60, 70 years ago, you'd have been married, had 2 or 3 kids by now, and been on the way to possibly being a grandmother.
Yeah, at that age, I could see that that's very true. I guess for me, it was more difficult to swallow the idea of either you rent a husband or you die alone. Like, I feel like that's just two very big extremes.
Well, if you can't, okay. In the black community, 1 out of 4 black women will marry. What does that mean? The other 3, the 3 that don't marry, what does that mean they're going to do?
You tell me.
No. If 1 out of 4 black women will marry in their lifetime, the 3 out of 4 women that don't marry in their lifetime, they're going to die what?
Okay, I guess alone, or could be just not married. Maybe they're in a relationship.
Alone, unmarried means alone. How we keep score?
Okay.
Where in the world can women live and exist individually by themselves and survive without the help of the group?
So like codependency.
No, you're not meant to be alone on the planet. You need the group. You need a man. That's the point.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And here's the problem. Why it seems to be such an issue is because how extreme it sounds. It almost seems punitive.
Yeah, it does.
Because it is.
Okay, that's the point.
It is meant to be punitive.
Okay.
You couldn't get a man during your sexual marketplace value when it was the highest. You chosen to do whatever. You mismanaged your hot years. Now you got to buy it. Men accept the punitive measure. See, if a man is physically unattractive, has no game, whatever, we understand that we got to go out and get resources and pay for it. That's punitive too, right?
Yeah, but don't you find that there's always that one like guy that you're describing right there that somehow ends up with the girl because maybe
I don't give a shit about that. That's the problem. I haven't seen too many of these Disney movies. Go to the best strip clubs in your area on a Friday or Saturday night and look at all those hot women and look at all the guys in the audience. They're not hot guys. They're guys who realize in order to get some time with her, I got to give her some money. And guys do that. But you probably have 100 strip clubs for men and for every 1 strip club you have for women, because women think penis is free. It's not. It's only free to a certain age.
Right.
Rent-a-gent exists for a reason.
Okay. I get your point. I don't think everything you're saying is wrong. I guess the punitive nature of it is not what I'm used to the way I look at the world. But you're
37, but tell me how you look at it.
I'm
36. 27. I'm sorry. Tell me how you look at tell me how you look at the world at age 52, unmarried with no children.
Yeah, if that's the case, maybe I'll look at it the way that you do. But
are your mother and father married?
Yes, they are.
All right. How long they been married?
30 years.
So what age did your mom get married?
She was 29.
29. So are you seeing anybody?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Then don't blow it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Because you don't want to end up being out here at 50 years old or 45 trying to rent a gent saying, that guy tried to tell me all those years ago. Damn it, I just should have stayed in it. Because I've asked this question to women too. Ladies, if you knew now that the last guy you broke up with would have been your last guy ever you got in life, would you have worked harder? And every woman has told me, yeah. That means ladies think that men are inexhaustible, and that's just not true. Well, good conversation. We'll get on to the next one.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. I think it's fair. I think a lot.
Man, this one right here was a prime example of how a woman can sound smart without actually saying anything of substance. She's 27, she's single, and from the moment she started talking, she came across as extremely talkative and argumentative. The way she carried herself, you would think she was sharp, intelligent, and grounded. But the more she spoke, the clearer it became. She didn't really know what she was talking about. This is the dangerous mix we see a lot today. Confidence without knowledge, talkativeness without wisdom. And Kevin wasn't having it. He gave her the floor, let her speak, but every time she made a point, it just went in circles. She was trying to use big words, trying to sound intellectual, but at the end of the day, her arguments had no foundation. At 27, she should be at a stage in life where she's learning humility, where she's observing and taking in wisdom, not trying to outtalk a man who's breaking down facts. And this is what gets so many women caught up. They believe that because they can outtalk someone, they can outthink them. But there's a big difference. Being argumentative doesn't mean you're right. Talking a lot doesn't mean you're saying anything valuable. And I noticed something else. The more Kevin pressed her with direct questions, the more defensive she got. Instead of listening, she just kept running her mouth. And that right there is why so many women find themselves stuck. If you can't stop talking long enough to actually listen, how will you ever learn? My reaction? She's 27, but she's already showing the signs of what happens when pride and delusion take over. She's not as wise as she thinks she is, and until she learns to slow down, listen, and humble herself, she's going to keep talking herself right out of opportunities with men and in life. Kevin wasn't having it, and honestly, I don't blame him. Sometimes the best way to expose cluelessness is to just let someone talk, and that's exactly what happened here.